T, it's Ricky Thornton Jr.
So you'll have also in this group the current Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points leader and the current World of Outlaws Late Model points leader with us tonight in that 32 car, the Hoker Trucking entry, Bobby Pierce in 32.
There's a good look at Bobby Pierce, as you'd mentioned, on the track out of Oakwood, Illinois in the 32. A few other drivers at the end of the front straightaway, now going into turn number 1 in that PCC Motorsports number 11. It's Spence. It is Spencer Hughes, James. He was the quick qualifier, which Friday night in Muskingum County, right?
Quick qualifier overall in Muskingum County. Also out there, we have Earl Pearson Jr., the Lucas Oil 46, you mentioned him. Ross Robinson in the 7, the Stokely Materials entry out of Georgetown, Delaware. In the Big River Steel, CNW Trucking Lazy Days RV 99, that is Devin Moran. And back in the Best Performance 1T, they've retired the Bandit.
It is. It's retired. It's gone.
Tyler Erb out of New Waverly, Texas. By the way, 9 of the top 10. Current 25, top 25 Dirt on Dirt are here.
How about that?
Thornton, Pierce, O'Neill, Davenport, McCready, Overton, Marlar, Shepard in the Kevin Rumley B5, and Chris Madden. So 9 of the top 10. Proud and glad to have them all here this weekend at the Napa Gopher 50. And by the way, the Napa bonus money tomorrow night, $75 to win a heat race, $750 to win the feature tomorrow night. Saturday night, the Napa bonus, $1,000 added to the 50K, Dustin.
I love it. Oh, no, I just realized I need to charge my iPad, James. I'm down to 28% here. I may not.
Devin Moran.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Cole, Queensland, 14622.
Hey guys, a couple of notes in that. You mentioned Eisenberg and Terry Casey driving for him at East Bay. Lance Hofer, that car is owned by Steve Eisenberg. He called Lance, asked if he wanted to come run it this weekend. He said absolutely. So he makes his Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series debut. And hard to believe, Bobby Pierce has been here before in a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series event, but he is trying to qualify for his first Gopher 50 here this weekend. And of course, his dad, a 2-time top 5 runner in this event, Bob Pierce. We'll see if Bobby can do well in his debut here at the Napa Auto Parts Gopher 50.
And Benji, one thing I want to know before we get started, our first Gopher 50 without our good friend Arnie Rana, who passed away earlier in the spring. I know I talked to Steve Yagi, and of course still sponsoring race cars, but Arnie Rana is so good to a lot of drivers in this area. Terry Casey's, Jordan Yagi, Brent Larson, you can go on, and our first Gopher 50 without him, and I know he's looking down on us tonight.
It's unthinkable to be in Minnesota and not to see Arnie Rana, so definitely thinking about him here tonight. And as you said, Arnie Rana Motorsports still on a lot of these race cars.
All right, Ben, group number 2, Dirt Draft Hot Laps, the 28 car, and the Jimmy and Chris Mars entry. It'll be Dustin Sorensen out of Rochester, Minnesota, the 15 out of Bondul, Wisconsin. That is Nick Anvelick. There's the 99B out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, Rick Boom Briggs. You saw the 1, the Valvoline, 1 second of the points. Hudson O'Neill out of Martinsville, Indiana. Dustin Sorensen, how about that at Eldora last month, DJ? Last lap, last pass in that last B main to make it into the show.
Sure did. He is your defending USMTS Modified National Champ. That Vite Enterprises sponsor number 28. There's our Deputy Enterprises Vite sponsor number 28. There's a good look at Dustin Sorensen. You got Nick Anvelink, right?
Nick Anvelink out of Bondul, Wisconsin. First time Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series in a while. Glad to have him with us in that car number 15.
How about Paul Parker, by the way?
Look,
so look at this.
Yep.
This white and blue, it's a white and blue car. Mm-hmm. It's got reliable on the back. What's that remind you of?
Reliable welding, reliable trailers. Of course, his dad, the Hall of Famer Pete Parker.
It looks like a Dale Beitler car. It reminds me of a Dale Beitler car.
Our good friend Dale Beitler, I'm sure he's turned it tonight. How about the B5? Brandon Shepard, New Berlin, Illinois.
Tim McCready.
He's in the Kevin Rumley car B5. Tim McCready in the Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas. Donald and Gina Bratcher, 39 car. Right now, 4th in the points out of Watertown, New York. 1ST, the defending Diamond Nationals winner. Johnny Scott, the Rancho Milagro, Mesilla Valley Transportation 1ST. And also on the track, the 20, also in this group. As I mentioned, Nick Anvelick, Chad Simpson, the current Lucas Oil MLRA points leader. It is a Lucas Oil MLRA and Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points. Benji, Brandon Shepard in his Rumley B5. Tell us a little bit about it. Why is he in that car tonight?
Well, you know, they used that car. Longhorn and Bilstein used that car. A little bit of R&D with Kevin Rumley. Obviously, Kyle Larson has other commitments, so not the 6 car. They get the 5 car out sometimes. We've seen Tim McCready in that race car. Brandon Overton has driven that car before, and we've got Brandon Shepard here, of course, who made the move over to Longhorn race cars this year. And good to see Sheppy back with us, the 2019 winner of this event. And guys, I wanted to mention that set as well. Boom Briggs, the last time I was here was 2015. Boom Briggs led the first 37 laps of the feature. Of course, Darrell Lanigan went on to charge to the lead late in the race, picked up his 5th win in the event. But Boom Briggs came close to his first national tour win here back in 2015. Can he get a little redemption here this weekend?
I'll tell you, we got several drivers. You know, Spencer Hughes, obviously, Tyler Bruning, Ross Robinson, Dalton Wilson, Boom Briggs. A lot of those guys have never won a national touring feature. So we're looking forward to that. By the way, Chad Simpson was the quickest in that Dirt Draft Hot Lap group. Up next will be the 44 car, second in the World of Outlaws points to Dry Date 44. Out of Great Court, South Carolina, that is Chris Madden. Behind him, the Mesilla Valley Transportation Nutrient Ag Solutions 58. For Ken and Beth Roberts, that is Garrett Alberson. Garrett Alberson out of Dubuque, Iowa in car 58 here on the main straightaway. The 18D in the James Ratliff Longhorn DJ out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. That is Dalton Wilson in the 111. The Todd Steele Buildings Iron Charger Saturday night in Muskingum County from 22nd to 3rd. First time ever here at Deer Creek. That is Max Blair. So Max Blair, he's been good he's like Bloomquist used to be back in the day, right? First time visit's pretty good.
First time visit's been pretty good for Max Blair, no doubt. Behind him is the driver currently 3rd in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series point standings. In the Garnto Salvage, Wells & Sons Motorsports Easy Go Muscle Factory sponsored number 76 is Brendan Overton. Behind him, Jordan Yagi, a regular here whenever we come to the Deer Creek Speedway out of Rochester, Minnesota. In the Arnie Rana Motorsports, Yagis & Sons Transportation sponsored number 77. Justin Duty behind him out of Malino, Oregon. A good-looking new wrap on the Don Frank floor-sponsored first-class septic, number 15. Lance Matthews, the veteran, in the number 90 on the racetrack, and Chad Mader in the 55C.
Chad Mader out of Bloomer, Wisconsin. Lance Matthews, the veteran driver, of course, 45th year of racing out of Winona, Minnesota in car number 90. As we are underway, Brandon Overton right now, DJ, and is your iPad charged? 14842.
We're good. We're charging.
We're working on it now. Garrett Alberson at 14597. And now Brandon Overton back to the top, the defending Gopher 50 winner. Such a unique trophy, that wooden Gopher.
Yeah,
right.
It's awesome. I took a picture of it. It's in the midway area here behind the main grandstands, man. It's just there are a lot of kind of cool / iconic trophies in racing, Ben, and this is certainly one of them.
Well, and an iconic driver out there, especially for this area, rolling out of turn 4, Lance Matthews in the 90 car. 3 drivers have started this event 25 times. Only one of them's in action here this weekend. Lance Matthews in this is the 44th edition, but as we said, we lost 1 to COVID, 1 to weather. And 41 runnings, he started 25 of them. Only Jimmy Mars, who's here turning wrenches for Dustin Sorensen in the 28 car. And of course, one of my all-time favorite drivers. It was a big deal when he come down to the Mid-South. Willie Kraft out of Wakefield, Minnesota. When I think at the time, Willie was in either the Shaw or the GRT house car. He'd come to Memphis Motorsports Park, and that number 83 car was always just an amazing car, and he was always a factor. But those 3 drivers have started this race more than anybody, 25 times. Lance Matthews going for number 26. He'll hold the record this weekend if he can make Saturday night's finale.
And we look at car counts. We mentioned 30. We had 41 here ago, Ben. Really, this race, it's been in the 20s and 30s a lot through the years with different sanctioning bodies, but Lucas Oil came on board last year for the first time, one of the biggest car counts in this series, this racetrack's history.
Yeah, this is a challenged area geographically for open competition late models, but 41 last year, 38 this year. The most the events ever had all the way back in 1982, 63. But hey, guys, those were different times, and we got 38 in the pit area. I think there's 30 that could possibly go to victory lane this weekend.
I think Jeff Purvis had 5 cars here that year, maybe.
Not like the Briggs Transport Township there at Lernerville a few weeks ago. Next group of drivers made their way out on the racetrack out of Urbana, Missouri. In the number 8, that is Dylan McCowan. Good to have him with us. Ben and I got a chance to talk with the 2022.
He looks like he's 12.
Yes, well, he's also taller than Ben and I now, too, so I don't know what that says about us. The 2022 Lucas Oil Speedway Modified Track Champ. There's Chris Simpson out of Oxford, Iowa, and the Randy Davidson Trucking, Hooker Trucking C&J Trucking sponsored it. Hot Rod Septic sponsored
Essex
number
and Jarrett
32.
Logistics Incorporated. By the way, we are hiring drivers. We are paying a huge bonus if anybody will drive us from race to race, considering your plans for American Airlines.
United, yes.
United, I'm sorry.
United and I are not on. No, just like Joe Duvall's dog, we're no longer on speaking
What
terms.
kind of Yelp rating did you give them?
I would have given them a negative 0 if it was
Negative
possible.
0. Mike Marler, the 157, the Delk Equipment entry. Tyler Burning and the Burning Rock Product Skyline Motorsports car. Number 16, Jake Tim, the 49, the Gorilla Mill entry. Out of Winona, Minnesota, Stormy Scott, the Mesilla Valley Transportation entry. And the Millard Family Chapels 14G of Trevor Gundaker. Trevor Gundaker out of St. Charles, Missouri.
2 wins a year ago for Trevor Gundaker. Stormy Scott right now atop the leaderboard in this round of Dirt Draft Hot Laps with a 1:4.756. There's a good look at Jake Tim in the 49. Of course, Jake Tim got a USMTS win back at Rocket Raceway Park there in Petty, Texas, a little earlier in the season. That'll wrap up Dirt Draft Hot Laps for that wave of drivers. Stormy, fastest driver in that group, James, with a 1:4.732. Did you lock in a Dirt Draft fantasy lineup tonight?
Well, I was going to go with Lance Matthews, Willie Kraft, Rick Eggersdorf, Steve Eggersdorf. Who else do I need to have been from Minnesota?
Well, that's too much money. I mean, Willie Kraft, he would have been about the top of the leaderboard, right?
I liked Willie Kraft, the 83
That's
car.
right. That's
well,
right.
You mentioned the current Lucas Oil MLRA points heading into this weekend. Chad Simpson on top right now over his brother Chris. Then it's Garrett Alberson. Dylan McCowan fourth in the points. They have not run a points race since the Show Me 100 Memorial Day weekend. They had 3 races rained out last weekend. Of course, we'll see them next Saturday night from Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. So McCowan, again, the top rookie in the MLRA. Max Blair, the O'Reilly Auto Parts top rookie in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
I'll tell you what, as we get our cars lined up for All-Star Performance Time Trials, we're going to step aside. Thanks to some of our marketing partners. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back with All-Star Performance qualifying. This is the Napa Auto Parts Gopher 50 weekend here at Deer Creek Speedway.
For more than 30 years, Lucas Oil Products has been solving some of the most difficult mechanical problems in the automotive, marine, and industrial industries. From our original Core 4 products, heavy-duty oil stabilizer, power steering, stop leak, transmission fix, and fuel treatment, we have now developed over 400 custom products to help solve some of the world's toughest mechanical issues. Go to lucasoil.com to see what we have in store for you. Lucas Oil, it works.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Oh, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit DixieChopper.com.
Hey, hon. Yard looks great.
Every race matters in 2023 for the Big River Steel Chase for the Championship, presented by ARP. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series competitors will battle it out at every race for a chance to win the Series Championship and a record total points fund payout of over $1 million. 4 drivers will battle for the Series Championship at the season finale to determine the 2023 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion.
Dirt Track Fantasy Racing is here with Dirt Draft. With action from the hottest drivers across all major dirt series, put your knowledge to the test with Dirt Draft. Sign up, draft your team, and redeem points for hundreds of different prizes. And for the first time ever, you can be crowned an official series fantasy champion. You can't play all season if you don't play today. To play, just go to dirtdraft.com or download the Dirt Draft app today. Become a fantasy racing champion.
We didn't just bottle lightning. We wrapped it in a metal shell, insulated it with high-density porcelain, and topped it off with diamond fire technology, so you can unleash a bolt of all get-out that turns crankshafts and heads like nothing you've ever seen. E3 Diamond Fire technology maximizes the fuel burn for more power and better fuel efficiency. E3 with Diamond Fire technology. What are you running?
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. And by Protect the Harvest, keeping American traditions alive for future generations. And Lucas Oil, keep that engine alive. Well, welcome back to Deer Creek Speedway, James, for the Napa Auto Parts Gopher 50 weekend, a complete racing program here this evening for both the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series and the USRA Modifieds. And up next on the agenda will be All-Star Performance Time Trials. We just wrapped up DirtDraft.com hot laps, and you had mentioned that you had tried to set a Dirt Draft fantasy lineup.
All Minnesota. I tried to do all Minnesota.
Oh, the all Minnesota one. Okay.
All Minnesota. I come up with Joel Kreiderman, but he's out of Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Remember Tom Nesbitt? Tom Nesbitt, longtime racer, into the National Dirt Label Hall of Fame as well. Don't forget, fans, buying the Grandstand area, Arizona Sports Shirts, the official merchandise vendor of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, founded more than 4 decades ago. Arizona Sports Shirts has provided bold, unique, and effective apparel for race teams, businesses, and special events. Today, Arizona Sports Shirts continues its commitment to providing cutting-edge apparel and merchandise found nowhere else. I see it.
There's your buck,
Today,
James.
Arizona Sports Shirts.
That looks like one of the ones I have on one of my trail cams.
That
is always looking for you, James.
I'm not going that far.
Looking for you, James.
ArizonaSportShirts.com.
Oh, look at that. He's giving you the John Cena. He's giving you the John Cena look right there. I tell you what, if he shows up on one of my trail cams, I got that new Raven crossbow. I don't think he stands a chance. Doesn't stand a chance.
I wonder if he has a driver's license.
We love, hey, Buck, we love you. We're glad you're here, bro.
Buck, go have a bologna sandwich, okay?
Oh, we love Buck.
We love it. Hey, don't forget to pick up Dustin Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series souvenir programs back here at the UNOH booth. We have a good time, don't we? Thanks for fans for joining us here tonight. Tomorrow night, same format, 5,000 to win, 25 lap A main against combined points tonight and tomorrow night. And here we go. Lance Hofer, first time to Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series here in All-Star Performance Time Trials out of Cochran, Wisconsin. The 31-year-old in the Rocket Durham Custom Fabricating and Repair Buffalo Saloon, Dustin.
Love it.
Not the Buffalo Bill Saloon, but Buffalo Saloon. Spencer used the 11 out of Breda, Mississippi. The Craig and Shannon Sims, PCC Motorsports, Longhorn Clements, Climber Tech Lines, Professional Concrete, Cutting and Drilling, Roth Heating and Cooling, Link Construction, Bill Stein, Indian USA Fast Pit Softball, Bob and Tammy Burton, Beefy Fuels, Pee-wee's Performance, Exhaust Wicks, Filter Shapers, Trucking and CFM Truck Compare 25, Shane Clan out of Zebulon, Georgia, the Skyline Motorsports, Capital Clements, Super K Express, Olsa Explosives, Bennett Explosive 25.
Shane Clanton fastest on the first lap of that trio with a 1:47.90. Spent second, Lance Hofer third. See if anyone is able to better themselves on lap number 2. Spencer Hughes does to the top of the leaderboard, 1:47.76. Second lap time for Shane Clayton, not as good. He will fall to second. And Lance Hofer's best lap time, 1:53.31. He is third. Spencer Hughes, the early time to beat after the first 3 cars with a 1:47.76.
Burning Heavy Equipment, Base Fuels Truck Country, Carolina Concrete Finishing, Penske on the 25. It'll be Earl Pearson Jr., the Jason Pappage, Longhorn Clements out of Jacksonville, Florida. Lucas Oil, Pappage Construction, Eschberger Trucking, Bill Stein, Sunoco, Sierra Pacific Materials, C&D Contractors and Developers Bonding, Midwest Email, Millard Family Chapels, Hoker Trucking, the 32 out of Oakwood, Illinois. Bobby Pearson, the Longhorn Vic Hill, Hoker Trucking, All Guy Ring, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Senior Life Insurance, Rio Grande Waste Services, Pure Max Racing, Toyota of Danville, Bloomington Normal Truck Performance, Lincoln Tree Service, Carnegie Towing, and the 42 out of New London, Wisconsin, the Domination Pro Power of Terry Casey, the 2008 Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year.
First lap time for Earl Pearson Jr. is good enough for fourth quick. Bobby Pierce third quick. Terry Casey sixth on lap number 1. Lap number 2 for Earl Pearson Jr. a little better. He'll stay fourth with a 1:48.27. Bobby Pierce goes up to the top of the leaderboard, 1:45.87. And the second lap time for Terry Casey a little better. He moves up to fifth with a 1:5.167. There's your new quick qualifier after 6 cars. The smooth operator Bobby Pierce with a 1:45.87.
Terry Casey, Arnie Random Motorsports, Soybert Calf Ranches, Joe's Signs and Decals, Joe Provo Raceward, G-Style Transport. Up next will be the 7 out of Georgetown, Delaware. Delaware. In the Ken and Tracy Adams, Rocket Clements, it'll be Ross Robinson. Followed by the 99 out of Dresden, Ohio, the Roger Sellers. Double Down Motorsports, Longhorn Clements. It'll be Devin Moran of the 20 RT, the current points leader. The number 1 ranked dirt late model driver of the nation out of Martinsville, Indiana, Ricky Thornton Jr. In the Todd and Vicky Burns SSI Motorsports, Longhorn Clements, Big River Steel, Coleman Farms, Hoker Trucking, Subsurface of Indiana, 901 Westside Tractor, D&A Outside Services, Certified Inspection, Sunoco, Bilstein, Murray Farms, Midwest Sheet Metal, 20 RT.
Ross Robinson going to go 5th quick on his first lap. James, first lap time for the 99 of Devin Moran. He now goes 5th fastest. Checkered flag going to be out for the 20 RT of a Ricky Thornton. No, check that. White flag out for Ricky Thornton Jr. He is 9th quick. He will not like lap number 1. Ross Robinson, second lap, not as good. He'll be 6th quick. Second lap time for Devin Moran. He moves up to second quick with a 1:47.64. And the second and final time around for Ricky Thornton Jr. a little better. James, not where he wants to be, though. He is 6th quick after 9 with a 1:4.961.
Devin Moran, Big River Steel, Lazy Days RV, C&W Trucking, Bill Stein, Car Source Auto, Red Oak Pub, Lucas Oil, Smoky Mountain Speedway, Lincoln Smith Racing, McHugh Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Midwest Sheet Metal, Robinson and the Stokely Materials, Sandy, Frozen Farmers, Iron Source, Sales and Rails, Atlantic Prime, Mortgage First Aid, Roofing and Exterior. There'll be the 1 out of New Waverly, Texas, the Rocket. Clements, it'll be Tyler. Followed by the 39 out of Watertown, New York, the Baylor Motorsports, Longhorn Corvette, Tim McCready, and the B5 of the Kevin Rubley Longhorn Corvette of Brandon Shepard, Bill Stein, D&E Outside Services, Senior Life Insurance, Hot Rod Septic, Mega Plumbing, Wheeler Metals, and FloRacing. Sponsor Brandon Shepard.
It's going to be Tyler Erb 6th quick on lap number 1. Tim McCready goes 8th fastest his first time around, and the first lap time for Brandon Shepard, 2nd quick, 1:47.59, fastest of that trio in lap 1. Lap 2, Tyler Erb, not as good. He'll be 7th quick, 1:49.60. Second lap for Tim McCready, a little better, James, but he's still 9th, 1:49.64. And the second lap time for Brandon Shepard, not as good. He'll stand on lap number 1. He's still 2nd quick with a 1:47.59. Bobby Pierce, Brandon Shepard, Devin Moran, your top 3 after 12.
Tyler, Book Material Lift, Base Fuels, Anthony's Pizza, First Class Septic, Roberts Beef Company, Penske Santa Weld, McCready, the Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, Racing for Heroes, Bill Stein, ArmsList.com, Baker Mitchell, Integris, Brad Benton, Trucking, the Acidic House. It'll be Chad Simpson, the 25. Out of Mount Vernon, Iowa, the Longhorn Pro Pal, Ideal Ready Mix, Randy Davidson Trucking, also Birch Trucking, Bill Stein, Bill of Trickery, the 99B out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, the Rocket Clements Excess Storage, Corey Rubber, Meridian Hardwoods, Briggs Transport, Valvoline, Boom Briggs of the 1ST, the Longhorn Clements, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Rancho Milagro, Eagle Moon and Farm and Lab, Johnny Scott in the 1ST.
Chad Simpson going to go 10th fastest his first time around. Boom Briggs 14th quick on lap number 1. And the first lap time for Johnny Scott is 12th quick. Second lap time for Chad Simpson, better, 7th quick, 1:49.31. Second lap time for the 99B of Boom Briggs, better, 14th quick, 1:5.284. And the second lap time for Johnny Scott, not as good. He'll be 12th and stand on a 1:5.147. James, after 15 cars, Bobby Pierce still the time to beat, 1:4.587.
Next will be the 28th, the defending USMTS Modified Champion out of Rochester, Minnesota, be 22-year-old Dustin Sorensen of the Mars Racing MB Customs Pro Power. By Disposal Deputy Enterprises TL Sins, followed by the 10 out of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. It'll be Paul Parker of the Rocket Clements, Reliable Custom Trailers, McKeever Trucking, Heater Bodysuit, J&E Construction, and the 1 out of Martinsville, Indiana, second to points. It'll be Hudson O'Neill, the 22-year-old of the Mark Richards Racing, Rocket Durham, Valvoline, Swibbert, Calf Ranches, Rocket Breon Motors, Ace Metalworks, Petrov Towing, Gunners Honey, WR1 Sim Chassis, O'Neill Salvage and Recycling, Sunoco Integra, Performance Grading sponsor, the number 1 car.
Dustin Sorensen will be 16th quick his first time around. Here comes the number 10. Parker's first lap time. Paul Parker is 17th quick, and Hudson O'Neill goes 12th fastest. Second and final time around now for Dustin Sorensen. A little better, 16th quick, 1:5.329. Second lap time for Paul Parker is a little better, 18th quick, 1:5.802. And second time around for Hudson O'Neill, also a hair better, 1:5.081. Bobby Pierce, Brandon Shepard, Devin Moran, your top 3 in Group A with 1 driver left to qualify.
These will be heats 1 and 2 tonight. It'll be the 15 out of Bondale, Wisconsin. It'll be Nick Anvilick. He's in the MB Customs Competition Specialist Engine, Unique Healthcare Products, Swibbert Calf Ranches, Dan Nolan Livestock, Games Club, Bar and Grill, Peppermint Josie's.
Love it.
Not Josie Sleeper, right? Peppermint Josie's.
Not
DT.
Peppermint Patty.
Not Peppermint Patty, Precision Construction Services, and CureJM.com, CureJM.com. Nick Anvilick in the 15 out of Bondule, Wisconsin, our final qualifier in Group A, Dustin Jarrett.
You know, he always used to sign in as Navarino. I think Navarino is a suburb of
Bondule, Navarino.
Yeah, same thing. Not Barbarino. It's not Barbarino. We know that. First lap time for Nick Anvelink, 18th quick, 1:53.88. We'll see if a Navarino, Wisconsin driver is able to improve on lap number 2. He does. Good lap, moves up to 12th quick, 1:50.69, and that will unofficially wrap up All-Star Performance Time Trials for Group A. The first half of the field, it's the smooth operator Bobby Pierce setting quick time in Group A with a 1:45.87. Brandon Shepard second quick with a 14:759. Devin Moran third. Spencer Hughes fourth. Those drivers will unofficially start on the front row of heat races 1 and 2.
And the winner of heat number 1 tonight will be on the pole of the Terminal Maintenance and Construction pole tonight. 25 lapper, 5,000 to win. Group B will be led by the 55C out of Bloomer, Wisconsin. It'll be Chad Mater. He's in the MB Customs Mullins. He'll be followed by the 58 out of Dubuque, Iowa. It'll be Garrett Alberson and Ken and Beth Roberts, Longhorn Clements. And the 76, the defending Napa Gopher 50 winner, it'll be Brandon Overton. He's out of Evans, Georgia. In the Wells & Sons Motorsports, Longhorn Clements, Garto Southern Muscle Factory, Victory Fuel flavored electrolyte water, Cleanway Clearing and Grading, Dirt Mafia, Boswell Oil, RW Powell Construction, Penske Shocks, EasyGo, Earnhardt Technologies, Convenient Lube, H&A Development, Albertson, and the Mesilla Valley Transportation, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Bill Sports Shop, DoneRightTV.com, Bill Stein Shocks, Orion Tire and Repair, Sunoco, Midwest Sheet Metal, Romer Machine and Welding, McGinley Construction, Performance Bodies, and Chad Mater. He's in the Underground Systems Incorporated, Sabre Plumbing and Heating, Chance Towing and Recovery, A&A Trucking, Julson Auto Service, RD Trucking, Cisco's Polishing Detail, and Documation Racing, Process Metals, Innovators, and Union Trailer and Power Equipment. So Chad Mater up first.
Yes, he did. He made her out. Oh, I see. Sorry. You were saying Chad, but you're saying he made her out there for the first.
He's here tonight, too. All right, got 3 good ones at the time to beat overall. Again, as you mentioned, 14.587 by Bobby Pierce here at All-Star Performance Time Trials with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
It's the third time out this year for Chad Mater in an open motor race car. He's won 2. He's won twice. He's won 2 of 3 races this year. It's pretty good odds. His first lap time, 16.345. Garrett Alberson, 15.112. And the first lap time for Brandon Overton, second quick, 1:5.527. Second and final lap time is about to go up. Overton's tagged the wall right there. Mater, second lap time, much better. Second quick, 1:5.504. Alberson better on lap 2, 1:5.036. And Overton's second lap, a tick better, 1:5.112. So it's Alberson, Overton, Mater, your top 3. Alberson, the early time to beat in Group B with a 15.036.
Jordan Yagi will lead the next 3 out. He's out of Rochester, Minnesota, in the Steve Yagi Rocket Pro Power. In loving memory of Arnie Rana, Yagi Transportation, followed by the 49 out of Blairsville, Georgia. It'll be Jonathan Davenport in the Lancet Darla Landers. Double O Motorsports, Longhorn Cornet tonight under the hood. Nutrient Ag Solutions, Donna Grossi, Lucas Oil, Bill Stein, Shocks, VP Fuels, Mark Martin Automotive, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, ASC Warranty, Midwest, Sheeman, and Chris Madden out of Great Court, South Carolina. In the Rocket, Durham, Dryden, Millwood Plumbing, Henderson Amusement, Franklin Enterprises, Penske, White Oak Mountain Wedding Venue, and Classic Trucking sponsor Smokey Madden.
Jordan Yagi third quick on lap number 1. Jonathan Davenport to the top of the leaderboard with a 1:49.37 in Group B. Madden's first lap, third quick, 1:50.46. Second time around for Jordan Yagi, not as good. He'll stand on lap 1. He's currently 5th quick. Second lap time for Jonathan Davenport, not as good. Quick time 1:49.37 on lap 1, and Madden's second lap also not as good. He'll be third quick and stand on a 15.046. Davenport, Alberson, Madden, your top 3 after 6.
Up next will be the 90 out of Winona, Minnesota. His 45th year of racing of the Rocket Pro Power to be Lance Matthews. He's at the Yagi Transportation, Wilson Race Fuels, Joe Provo Raceware. Followed by the 111 last Saturday night's Todd Steel Buildings, Hired Charger and Muskie from 22nd to 3rd. Out of Centerville, PA. First time here, it'll be Max Blair in the Briggs Transport, Rocket Clements, Excess Storage, Creekside Auto Sales, Tucker Drums, Valvoline, Penske, Murphy's Logging, C&J Dairy. Northeast Bus Service, Three Rivers Karting, Privity Auto Service in the 15. Out of Molino, Oregon, it'll be Justin to do the Rocket Pro Power. Don Frank Flores, First Class Septic. Also Darren and Mardell Williams, Jeff Stewart Trucking, Roberts B Company, Top Notch Graphics. Sponsor, Justin Duty.
Max Blair going to be fifth quick on lap number 1. First lap time for Justin Duty is 8th fastest. And the checkered flag now going to come out for Lance Matthews. Matthews was 9th quick on lap number 1. He improves a little on lap 2, but he stays 9th quick with a 16.416. Second lap time for Max Blair is not as good. He'll be 5th quick, and the second lap time for Justin Duty, 6th quick. He's a little better on lap 2 with a 1.5299. Blair's best lap, 1.5244.
Dalton Wilson will be up next, the 18D out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. The James Radcliffe Longhorn by Wells Clements. MGL Auto Sales, the Auto Outlet, Greenleaf Farms, JR Motor Sales, All Trucks Repair, Innovative Community Solutions, B&L Construction, New Point Lighting and Design, followed by the 10, the defending dirt track world champion out of Eatonton, Georgia, 19-year-old Garrett Smith, and the Scott Smith Longhorn, Vic Hill, Terminal Maintenance Construction, Atlanta Paving and Concrete, the world famous Cadillac Ranch Base Fuels, Senior Life Insurance, Go Lithium, and the 16 out of Decorah, Iowa, the Skylane Motorsports Capital Clements of Tyler Brooding, Brooding Rock Products, Olson Explosives, Brown's Heavy Equipment, Bennett Explosives, Base Fuels, Truck Country, Carolina Concrete Finishing, Penske Shock Sponsor, the Candy Apple Red 16.
Great lap for Dalton Wilson, second quick on lap 1, 1.4941. Garrett Smith 10th, Tyler Bruning 11th. Second and final lap time for Dalton Wilson, better. To top of the leaderboards, the Fayetteville, North Carolina driver with a 1.4820. Second lap time for Garrett Smith, not as good. He'll be 10th quick. And the second lap time for Tyler Bruning, a little better. He's 9th fastest with a 1.5499. Dalton Wilson now the time to beat after 12 cars with a 1.4820.
Up next will be the driver currently 4th in the Lucas Oil MLRA points. Their top rookie this year out of Urbana, Missouri. It's 19-year-old Dylan McCowan. He's on the Longhorn, Scott Bailey, Empire Energy, Pomeroy Services, Hermitage Tractor, Midwest Sheeman will be LC Transportation, McGowan Farms, followed by the 14G out of St. Charles, Missouri. 20-year-old Trevor Gundicker in the Black Diamond Pro Power Gundicker Commercial Group, BC Signs, Lucas Oil, Woody Bugler Trucking, and Millard Family Chapels of the 2S out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. Stormy Scott at the Longhorn Clements, Sea Valley Transportation, Rancho Malaga Racing, Eagle Moon Farm and Lab, Slicker Graphics, Penske VP, Top of the World Ranch, and Midwest Sheet Metal. And we got a car in the wall in turn 2, and it is Stormy Scott and the Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution out here in All-Star Performance Time Trials, Dustin. So Bobby Pierce still the fastest overall, 14.587. And again, as you mentioned, in Group B, Dalton Wilson, Jonathan Davenport, Garrett Alberson, Chris Madden, Brandon Overton, Max Blair, your top 6. So Stormy Scott.
It's a tough break for him as he was one of the fastest drivers in Dirt Draft Hot Laps a little earlier as well.
Well, you know, when they take the hood pins off in the Jason Durham Crew Chief 2S car, as he's over in turn number 2. So those drivers. How about Dylan McCowan? A great run in the Show Me 100, Destin. The current Lucas Oil MLRA Rookie of the Year top point man.
Here's a look at the instant replay to see what happened to Stormy Scott. And just lost the back end of that. Man, he hit the wall hard, didn't he? That car just skipped up the racetrack, and he hit that wall a ton. Man, it's a tough break for the Las Cruces, New Mexico driver.
Not a very tall wall either, is it?
No.
So McCowan will be out there still in the 8 car. So we still have Chris Simpson, Mike Marler, Jake Tim, and Daniel Hilsebeck to qualify in Group B, which will be heats 3 and 4 here tonight. Again, we'll have 4 heats, 2 B mains, and then the 25-lap A main. Again, no provisionals tonight. We'll have provisionals on Saturday night, which will be championship points night for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
You know, top 16 locked in after tonight and tomorrow night. James will have B mains and the A main. Come at 75 laps, right? 75 laps, $50,000 to win. The Napa Auto Parts Gopher $50,000 to win. I love it here at Deer Creek
Napa
on
Gopher
Saturday.
50 plus 25.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Will there be a bonus this year? We'll see if our friend who wanted to do the bonus last year, Jonathan Davenport and Madden, took him up on it. Madden nearly won that. Got into the back of a lap car there near the end of that, or that would have been a bonus. I don't know if that's going to be up for grabs or not. We do have the Napa Auto Parts bonus that'll be available tomorrow night for heat race winners sporting the proper Napa decals. That'll be $75 to win each heat race, $750 to win the feature tomorrow night on top of the 5K. And then Saturday, Dustin, an additional $1,000 to do the feature winner sporting the Napa decals. Stormy Scott up on the hook. You might sport one.
I was just going to say.
Get you a 50-50.
Well, I might throw a Napa decal on the rental car I got at O'Hare yesterday when they made me drive over.
So you see the right front. So Jason Durham going to have to go to work on the right front of that Longhorn of Stormy Scott. He and his brother both here this weekend. Glad to have them in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. So Dylan McCowan and Trevor Gundaker, the Reed Millard 14, both regulars on the Lucas Oil MLRA Series.
Had a great talk with Dylan McCowan down in the pits a little earlier this evening, man. Just a absolutely talented and well-spoken young man. He's got a very, very bright future ahead of him. Already 5 wins this year, including a couple in the late model as well. Of course, we mentioned earlier 17 wins a year ago, James, and is the defending Lucas Oil Speedway modified track champion.
And again, he was 6th in the Show Me 100.
Yeah, what a run, right?
Yeah.
What a great run in the Show Me for Dylan McCowan.
And he'll be at Wheatland next Saturday night. Next Friday and Saturday he'll be at Tri-City Speedway, the Gundaker Family House of Power. Next Friday night, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, then Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Lucas Oil MLRA. Saturday night at Wheatland for the Diamond Nationals. Johnny Scott, the defending race winner there. And then we'll be set the week after that for Houston's and the Silver Dollar Nationals, $53,000 to win. Trevor Gundaker and Dylan McCowan get the white flag here. Well, no.
Close, Sight.
Close.
Dylan McCowan right now 13th quick with a 1.5808 being his best lap. Trevor Gundaker is currently 12th quick with a 1.5675. Now they come around to the checkered flag. Trevor Gundaker's second lap, not as good. It'll be 12th quick. Dylan McCowan's second lap, also not as good. He will be 13th quick. James, we've had 15 drivers attempt a lap in Group B. Dalton Wilson, the time to beat, 1.4820.
Guess who I got a happy birthday wish from the other day? Well, besides the thousands, thank you very much. Rick Monroe.
Oh, how about that?
On the flag stand at Eldora. See him
yeah.
at the World Wonder to the Dirt Track World Championship. Rick tuned in tonight, hopefully on FloRacing. Chris Simpson, the 32 out of Oxford, Iowa, second at MLRA points. He's at the Longhorn Durham. Followed by the 157 of the Rodney Duck Longhorn Clements. It'll be Mike Marler. And the 49 out of Winona, Minnesota. In the Bob Tim Longhorn Vic Hill. It'll be Jake Tim. 4 more to go, Group B.
Pretty wild to see these drivers slip up the racetrack coming off turn number 2 and just almost do the same thing Stormy Scott did. Mike Marler is 13th quick on lap 1. Chris Simpson 16th quick. And Jake Tim will be 13th fastest. We'll see if anybody is able to better themselves on lap number 2. Chris Simpson does. He moves up to 11th with a 1.5545. Mike Marler to 3rd, James. Great second lap, 1.4976. And Jake Tim also improves. He jumps up to 9th quick with a 1.5361. That means there's just one driver left to qualify in Group B. Dalton Wilson. Still the time to beat, 1.4820.
Chris Simpson, Oker Trucking, C&J Trucking, Iowa, Illinois Taylor Installation, Randy Davidson Trucking, RLM Enterprises, HC Equipment, Hot Rod Septic, Capital Race Decal, C&J Trucking, Marler, the Can-Am Auto Salvage, Delco Equipment, Petrov Towing, Bill Stein, Paulson Stussy Construction, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Midwest Middle, Capital Race Decals, Deck Marler, Racing Development, Danny Hilzebeck. He's in the Capital Clements tonight, 22 Enterprises, Hilzebeck Farms, Banning Chiropractic, Big Deal Car Care, Lucas Oil. Final qualifier of the night here at Deer Creek.
First lap time for Daniel Hilzebeck, 17th quick, James, with a 1.6269. Driver that has branched out. Run a little more this year. I had an opportunity to talk to him. Ben and I did in the pit area a little bit earlier. Said this branching out's really helped he and his program as the driver of the Hilzebeck Farm sponsor 22. Rolls off corner number 4. James's second lap's a little better, but he'll stay 17th quick. 1.5849 is the second and final lap time for Earlham, Iowa's Daniel Hilzebeck, and that's a wrap on All-Star Performance Time Trials for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. In Group B, it was Dalton Wilson laying down the best lap of the evening with a 1.4820. Jonathan Davenport second quick with a 1.4937. Mike Marler third. Garrett Alberson fourth. Those 4 drivers will unofficially start on the front row of their respective heat races. It'll be heats 3 and 4 coming up a little bit later on here this evening. And that is a wrap before we roll into action here this evening. Trucks going to make their way out on the speedway for a little bit of track prep. Bobby Pierce about to make his way back on the racetrack as the overall fast qualifier in All-Star Performance Time Trials, and he will grab a work with our very own Ben Shelton.
Well, guys, we talk about how tough the competition is night in and night out between the regulars, the guys that drop in. Dirt Late Model Racing's in a great place, all the parity. Bobby Pierce, the 16th different driver to be atop the leaderboard in All-Star Performance Qualifying. Wait on him to come out. And again, he's going to be trying to go after his first Gopher 50 title here this weekend. And again, I want to thank Napa Auto Parts, all the great marketing partners. Just wait on Bobby to make his way out. And big money on the line this weekend, guys. But it's important because after tonight and tomorrow night, the